Imagine that. It's 8:30 on a Wednesday night. It's 8:30, hopefully on the East Coast, because that's where it is where I am. We're going live. We're going out to the universe on the YouTubes and on X. We're on X and also the Facebook. Don't make fun of me. I got a lot of good friends there. All right. Whatever shall we talk about? Has anything occurred in the news? Let me think. It has gone off the rails, ladies and gentlemen. We got the Epstein business happening. We got Grok going just hog wild. What else is on my list? USAID and holy crap, we got some slut month stuff coming up too. Hola from Mexico. Hey, thanks for tuning in, Mexico. I appreciate that. Good evening, Nathan. Hello, Suze. And Mikey's here. That's Mikey says that. I'm there's going to be a lot of use of the guitar tonight to keep me out of the freakouts. I have a tendency to freak out about stuff like this. The Epstein thing. There's going to be a lot of Epstein talk. So just lock and load. Hopefully you're ready to get some of that garbage off your chest. Hello from Rhode Island. Holy smokes. Denise, you're in Rhode Island. Wonderful. Okay, so let's we've got a couple of quick additions to the stand-up comedy thing. There's going to be, and I want to say the 25th and the 26th, yours truly, at a club in Boca Raton, Florida. So if you could do me a favor, Florida, turn off the rain and turn on the nude beaches. That'd be a big help for yours. If I don't go to the beach, I'm gonna lose my mind. We're already into July here. So Sad Man. It's the Sad Man Comedy Cafe. So get your tickets for that. Lately, I don't really want to know how your garden grow. It's Oasis. We'll talk about Oasis too a little bit. All right. Let's just jump into it. Just breaking funny bones from coast to coast. Who were the frequent flyers to Epstein Island? Yes. Okay. Good job, Lloyd, with the no pants. That's how we do it. I wrote a thing about this today at the loftusparty.com. Great stuff today. Fantastic content at the loftusparty.com. And thank you guys for all being a part of that and leaving comments there and helping the community grow. It's freaking awesome. And thank you for sharing this and sharing on Facebook and YouTube and X and all of that. It's been fantastic. Hundreds and hundreds of new people just after the Gutfeld appearance. We'll be talking about that. Yeah, Molly says it. Molly sees it too. Hey, the chat is really growing. Yeah, it's freaking awesome because it's common sense stuff. Now, the Epstein thing, I didn't want to do a hot take on this at all. I was freaking livid, just livid about it. And a lot of, the things that like Trump was saying the other day, like, nice try, buddy. Trump's up there. Are you still talking about that? We got Texas going on. We got this going. Yeah, dude, we're still talking about it. So I bit my tongue. I took my time because I really wanted to have some calm, really try to think it through. So here's what I think. Here's my thoughts. Because Elon is like, oh, this guy's on the list, that guy's on the list. Da, da, da. There's no way that the Donald is on the list because you had 4 years of the Biden administration and the Biden's Department of Justice like Biden, the Biden people, the people who were running Biden had access to all the information and all the evidence and all that stuff. And they weren't afraid to, I mean, how many times did they had the FBI raid Trump's house? They had him arrested for this. They had him brought up on charges of that. If you think that they wouldn't have used the Epstein thing, I got a bridge that I want to sell you. So I'm pretty confident in saying I doubt very seriously. That being said, there's something that's very disturbing when you have really good people like Kash Patel and Dan Bongino. Like I have faith in those dudes. And when they come out and they're like, yeah, we saw the videotape, X, Y, and Z, and you're like, whoa, whoa, dude. I was told the cameras weren't working. Now magically, mystically, like 2 weeks after some AI BS video you know what? That we have it. And then there's like a whole question about, is that really the guy's cell? And there's a missing minute. And all of that doesn't mean squat to me. I really don't care. Here's what I care about. Why did Kash Patel and Dan Bongino tell their story? Why did they change it like that? Why did the Donald yesterday, why was he like, are you still talking about that? Yeah, dude. Yes, we are. Here's the defining thing about Americans. And it crosses party lines. We can put up with a lot of stuff until you involve children. Once you involve children, all bets are off. That's even you take some dude who's locked up, some guy who's done some horrible stuff, and he's in jail for the rest of his life. He and some other prisoners will gang up to go after whoever was hurting children. That's just how we are. It's in our DNA. We're tough as crap, Americans. We're very optimistic. We'll work hard. We're friggin'. Once you start messing with kids, you're in a whole different league. And so Epstein and the way they were trafficking allegedly for like 25 years, that's a lot of young people. That's a lot of victims. And then you're like, well, here's what it was. It was like a honey trap, a honey pot trap. So it's my belief it was the intelligence community of at least one country, right? Our people were involved. Another country was involved. And because this Epstein character he's kind of pops up out of nowhere. All of a sudden, he's a gazillionaire. He's running this crazy fund, and he's got it. It reeks to high heaven. So even if the thing that changed Kash Patel and Dan Bongino's minds was somebody from the intelligence, if you put this out there, we won't be able to gather information like this anymore. Fine. I don't want to be in that business. As a taxpayer, I don't want to fund that. You're going to have to find another way where kids don't get hurt. Cindy, I agree. CIA reeks. Yes. And it's too funny. Not ha-ha funny, but like crazy funny. On the podcast, I recorded the podcast last Sunday. And this is back when, Like now they got Brennan from the CIA was doing this, with the Russia collusion thing, and Comey was doing that with the FBI with the Russia collusion thing, and Brennan was doing this, and they're like it was all like Hunter Biden's laptop, and that's bad enough. And then you find out they let this one loose on the 4th of July when they know nobody's watching the news. On the 4th of July, they're like, the CIA is like, we may have been lying about the whole JFK. It turns out we did have a guy who was running a department. It was like a psychological warfare. They might have been some contact with Lee Harvey Oswald. What? So you can put the CIA in contact with Lee Harvey Oswald. You can put Brennan trying to make it look like the Donald was a Russian spy. All that's enough. Like, I'm already like, okay, we have to, and you guys know I've been saying it on here for the longest time. We have to get rid of the FBI. We have to dismantle it. And we need a controlled demolition of the CIA too. They can't be trusted. So yeah, so Michael's saying it. Sadly, no one is ever held accountable. That's why we have to. I'm with Glenn Beck, and I have it up at the loftusparty.com. It's in the article that I wrote. Glenn Beck and I are kind of on the same page here. We have to have somebody held accountable. We can't just say that we live in and I chose a puppet. Like the picture for the article is of a puppet. It's a puppet show. Otherwise, we're living in a puppet show. I don't want to hear no one is above the law ever again in my life. I don't want. This is the problem. The whole system starts to collapse. The whole system starts to collapse when you start, no one is above the law. We're going to charge that guy, but we're not going to charge that guy. No one's above the law. We're going to get this, we're going to let those guys go. No. And I can guarantee you, we don't want to be in the business of, here's how our spies operate. Here's what our spies do. We round up a bunch of young people, and then we send them off to an island. So this guy that we're funding, they can do whatever they want, and no one ever gets in trouble. I don't want any part of that. I don't want any part of that. And I don't think anybody else does either. So we're not going to let it go. We can't. I don't. I'm so stubborn. I don't want to get rid. I can't let go of the JFK thing. And you've got some pundits on YouTube and stuff going, does it really matter? Does it really matter? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The CIA and the FBI don't get to pick who the president is, right? And they don't get to send freaking psychological warfare operating people and then tell, no. I say no. I understand we need spies, you need boots on the ground, you need the intelligence and all that other stuff, but with the whole Epstein thing, nah, people have to get. Here's what I would like. This would make me happy. If Kash Patel and Dan Bongino were to give a press conference, and if they were to go, no one is going to be held accountable for Epstein. And then they just give me a wink. That's all I want. Because I'd be okay. I don't need a trial. I don't need names in the headlines. I just need to know that whoever was doing this stuff is no longer walking around on planet Earth, right? They know who it is. They know who it is. And they're like, that's the other. Americans, we watch a lot of television. We watch a lot of procedural television. We watch a lot of legal dramas. I think we've all seen a couple episodes of Law and Order. And these guys are like, well, we did an investigation, and I know Pam Bondi might have said that there was a list on her desk, but she wasn't talking about a list. She was talking about the files. Okay, that's fine too. You can't suss it out. You can't figure out. You can't look at the tapes and go, oh wow, you know who that looks like? You can't figure that out. You can't follow the money and see who was paying for what. You can't look at the flight logs. You can't talk to the victims who were there, the ones that are still alive and don't mysteriously get hit by buses. They want us to think that suddenly the FBI and the CIA, who can tell you how many pubes somebody had who was standing on the Capitol steps on January 6th, they can tell you their shoe size and how they freaking sculpt their naughty bits. They want to tell you there's nothing we can do. I tell you, it's not like he had cameras. It's not like we have that Ghislaine Maxwell chick with a black book. That chick, I'd like to call my next witness, Your Honor. We just can't accept it. We can't accept it. Not on these terms. Like, don't insult us. Given the previous leadership of the FBI, I would be surprised if there was any evidence left. That's what Ann says. And Ann, I do believe you. I do believe you. Let's talk to the victims. Let's talk to the victims. And let's talk to Ghislaine Maxwell. That chick's going to have some power. That chick, they're going to have to do something with because now, all Ghislaine Maxwell has to do is like, he was there. He loved it. He was doing, and I'm going to believe her. I'm going to believe her. It's crazy. Linda, nope, we can't push this Epstein thing under the rug. Dismissing it after all these years is totally unacceptable. Amen to that. And some of us have been following this story. I remember when this was just a conspiracy theory. I remember when there was people like Roger Stone writing books and talking about Sex Island and how Bill Clinton was going to Sex Island. And I'm like, that's kind of sad. You can't come up with something better than, and then as it turns out, Bill Clinton was going to Sex Island and he enjoyed it. Ghislaine, that checks. Doesn't it though? Doesn't it? Torture Maxwell. No, you can't torture her, because the problem with torture is she'll say anything. You'll be like, was Kermit the Frog there? And she'll be like, yeah, Kermit was there. And he's like, no, I wasn't. I never did. I was with Miss Piggy the whole time. There's too many high-ranking politicians on the list for it ever to be released. I don't want them making decisions for us. I really don't. It's I'm cool with a reset. They act like these people in DC, they act like, oh, this is big brain stuff. This is big brain stuff. You wouldn't I guarantee we understand it. It's what they're doing with the whole you can't cut USAID. You can't cut USAID. Oh, it's going to be horrible. Yeah, cut it. Cut it all. You watch, we're going to be just fine. We're going to be just fine. But how are the frogs going to learn how to be drag queens in Ecuador? They're going to have to figure it out. If a frog really wants to be a drag queen in Ecuador, I think that little frog can figure it out. But how will the kids in Ghana know how to apply lipstick to their genitals? They'll figure it out. A frog had his DNA checked. Turns out he's a tad Polish. I celebrate you. I celebrate those jokes. Wonderful. lately. I don't really want to know how you got and grown. I just want to fly. Oh, yeah, the occasional Oasis. Gene Maxwell just long gone, just a hired placeholder in the cell. That could very well be true too. And it's not like she's the only one. I was watching an interview today, and it's like, yeah, Maxwell did a bunch of stuff, but there was other women who were doing that too. We have to terrify, and like with the numbers of people who are talking about this, the numbers of people, I just want to, by complaining about it, by shouting about it, by posting about it, that's shaking the tree. That's shaking the tree. That'll get some acorns to fall out. They're already doing it. They're already trying to make us happy. They're like, oh, we'd like to announce we're investigating James Comey and John Brennan. We're announcing our investigation, and all these people on X are celebrating. Oh my goodness, they've announced an investigation. You don't announce an investigation like that. You don't. If you are really investigating someone like Brennan or someone like James Comey, you just do it. Then you announce, hey, we're going to the grand jury. Oh, hey, we're going to charge them with this. You does anybody find the timing of that a little miraculous? A little miraculous? Like right after right after Pam Bondi's like, what list? What are you talking about, a list? Then when all hell breaks loose, her next, did I tell you that we're going to be investigating John Brennan? Yeah, we're doing that. We're investigating. You know who else? James Comey. Yeah, we're going to investigate. We're going to investigate both of those guys. Isn't that, you excited? Are you excited? F you all the way. We've reached a tipping point in the country. Good Lord in heaven. If you were following politics a little bit in 2015, you were like, lock her up when it came to Hillary Clinton, and she had her own server, because you knew what the Clintons were doing with the Clinton Foundation in Haiti, and the way you're like, oh my gosh, this money thing is horrible. Oh, and it's all under the guise of charity. It's disgusting. And then she had her own private server. Oh, and she had emails, and Obama was using a different email address, and there were state secrets, and there was all kinds of stuff, and Huma Abedin and Anthony Weiner, and Hillary didn't know how to do emails, so frickin' Huma took it all home and put it on. That was a nightmare. And you're like, yeah, lock her up. And then you got, oh no, we're not going to do any charges. We're not going to do that. We don't want to get involved in that. And then they try to set up the Donald for, oh, he's a Russian spy. Oh, no charges for that. No charges for that. Oh, and then the Wuhan comes and goes. And you know what? No charges for that. We got it. It's, how much can we take? And now you've got, like, very publicly, oh, there's an island where all these people go. We have the flight logs. We have one of the women who was organizing the whole thing. Oh my gosh, the guy had cameras everywhere. Oh my gosh, look at that picture of all that evidence. Oh my goodness gracious. I don't know. There's no list. It's just not going to fly. It's not going to fly. Chelsea's trying to collect money for Texas for, yeah. If I was them, just to be safe, I would be raising money for Texas, and I would make sure every penny went to Texas. And I would be the golden child of charities. That way, when you're looking at a grand jury and they're looking at the Haiti numbers and they're going, you're a monster. My God, what have you done? Well, look at Texas. We did a lot of good stuff in Texas. Same stuff with Diddy. Thank you, Brenda. I totally forgot about that. Oh, my goodness gracious. And what's the connection with the Diddy case? James Comey's kid, his daughter. Oh my God. Let's have James Comey's daughter on the Epstein team. You know what? I bet she'd be good on the Diddy team as well. What a wild, crazy coinky dink. I can't believe she's on both of those cases. And both of those cases, oh shucks and wazoo. Yeah. Chelsea, just like her mama. I did a video about Chelsea Clinton many moons ago. That's the one thing. Thanks for being part of this whole like community of people, because a lot of times I'm a couple months ahead, and I'll go back and I'll be like, hey, I was just talking about that, and then it kind of catches up to everybody else. But oh well. Yes, Chelsea. And this is one of the other problems with our country. We have a big problem if we all realize we're living in a puppet show. That's a big problem. Our big problem is, oh my gosh, the intelligence community can just do whatever they want. No one's ever held accountable. And you know what? What are we doing? Why are we even participating in this? So that's a problem too. One of the other problems is this. And it's almost like nature wants to pull you in this. Nature, of all the different political systems, there's always going to be like an elite. There's going to be a group of people who want to be the elites. They want to be the elites. And then once they get up there, they never want to get rid of it. And they find these ways to maintain. Our government is supposed to be a government of the people, for the people, by the people. That whole thing. There's really something to that. Citizens who are in charge of these things. So Chelsea, and this was like an accident that this became public knowledge. I think she's on like 3 or 4 boards, right? Like I don't even know what her degree is. Her degree is like maybe in history or something. Who knows? But she's so smart that she's on the board of directors for like multiple, and their job, you guys, it's horrible. They have to get together like once a month. It might even be by Zoom, and they have to have a meeting and talk about how the company's doing. That's it. Those are her responsibilities for being on these boards, and they meet. Sometimes they meet like once a month. Yeah. And that meeting, I think she's compensated roughly, I want to say 150 grand a month or something crazy. Now, one of these boards, they were invested in some company, and the company just went crazy. The stock, it was just like so the stock for this company goes crazy, and because the stock did so well, you had to publicly disclose, oh my gosh, I made all this money. And that's when the news hit about Chelsea, and you're like, what in the hell? So she's just living in a different, there's a whole bunch of them. DC's full of them. They're just living in a completely different reality. They don't have to live by our laws. The taxes don't affect them. They're taken care of. It's literally like the days of Robin Hood. It really is. We just have the lords and the ladies telling the peasants what to do. And this Epstein thing, this is going to be the peasants' revolt. This is going to be the peasants' revolt. Gail says, I'm with you, Loftus, 100%. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hey, Shell, they think they are aristocracy. Yes, they do. They really do. And if you're raised into that and you just think this is how the world works, what's to make them think any differently? What's to make them think any differently? Thank God for Elon Musk. For real. You can say whatever you want to say. Oh, we're going to go over. We're going to go over. Say whatever you want to say about his blah, 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 blah. Just for USAID, just for chopping that down. that's a blessing, because I think everybody in DC had some kind of NGO, some non-governmental organization that they say is a nonprofit. They say they're doing good work. We, the American taxpayer, are subsidizing them to the tune of millions of dollars a year. They're putting that money right in their pocket, and they're not helping anybody. And that's the most disgusting, vile crap that you ever want to hear. Doesn't Chelsea live next door to Mike Pence on the north side of Indianapolis? I don't think she does. I think Chelsea would have a serious heart attack if she were to wake up in Indiana one morning. She's like, my God, what is this? What's happening? It's so flat and all that corn. My God. All right. Musk is having a meltdown at the moment. He needs to take a vacation. He might need a little vacation. But I will say this. I'm going to sign up for the American Party. I'm going to sign up for it. And I encourage everybody else to do it too. I was talking about this on the podcast. The GOP just did the big, beautiful bill. They just did the big, beautiful bill. And they put us more in debt. And they increased spending. And they increased the deficit. They're not doing what we sent them to DC to do. So they all need to be very concerned. And here's what they do. Here's their tactic. They go, but my God, it'll be just like Ross Perot and Bill Clinton. Yeah, it will be. It will be. It'll be just like that. So you have a choice here. You can either do what you were sent to do, or we'll all join the American Party and you'll be out of a job. Either way. Either way. Like, my life is not getting better. Gas is a little cheaper, yes. Oh, those temporary tax cuts. Oh, those are permanent now. Okay, we'll see how that shakes out. I don't have any more freedom. Government is still getting bigger. The debt is still getting larger. They lied. I don't like it when people lie to me. And when people do lie to me, I want to replace them with honest people. So if that's what it takes to shake some sense into the GOP, oh, I'm going to be like, America Party. Absolutely. You bet. Let's do it. Third party. Oh, you can't do that, Mike. You can't join. Oh, my goodness. Why? Because you're doing such a bang up job? Oh, you're not elites. You're not the aristocracy. You're there because we sent you there. And when you stop doing what we sent you there to do, now you got to go back home. Loftus doing Shatner impressions. I'm trying to tell you, I've had enough. I've got to vote for Elon Musk. Don't you understand? I'm not saying I'm leaving the GOP. I'm not saying I'm suddenly a woke liberal. I'm saying I'm in the business of scaring people back to their senses. It's like in those old movies when the chick was losing her mind and then you had to slap her. That's how they would do. Like, oh, I can't take it. Then they'd slap her and she'd be like, oh, thank you. That's what I need. That's what we need to do to the GOP. It's like they're like, oh, we can't release the Epstein list. We need that for our intelligence. Oh, you can't talk about a third party. Then what would happen to? Oh, thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Nathan wants to know if Christopher Walken is making an appearance on the show tonight. I think he's here right now. I think it's going to be Christopher Walken singing some Oasis. Lately, I don't really want to know how your garden grows. I just want to fly. You know, the Epstein list, there's a lot of rumors, a lot of speculation, but I'm pretty sure if enough people get vocal about it, the FBI, they'll find a way to figure out who was there. They can tell you what I ordered the last time I was at McDonald's. I'm pretty sure they can figure out which people in DC were ordering friggin' 14-year-old Happy Meals. The Three Stooges slap. News tomorrow. Loftus endorses slapping women. I'm working on a alligator Alcatraz song. I don't have it ready. I'm working on it. Okay, so we haven't gone that far over. There's going to be great new stuff. There's always great new stuff at the loftusparty.com. The community is growing. The tour dates are all there. I'm going to be in Boca. I can't believe it. Boca. If you just Google it up, Michael Loftus, Boca, they'll have, I think there's some tickets left. I don't know. What can you tell us about the Tyler Fisher situation with the Gutfeld show? Very little. Very little. The last time I saw Tyler was on the show many moons ago, and he was very funny. I can tell you this, he's a talented dude. He's a funny dude. Regarding Christine, David Hogg needs a job. Yeah. He does need a job. All right. There is a full moon tomorrow night. There's a full moon tomorrow night, and for everybody, because remember, July is slut month. So you got to be way sluttier than you normally are. You got to take some chances. We're going to add some zing to it. So there's going to be a lot of us taking moon baths tomorrow night in the full moon. Get it on. Get freaky. I hope something happens. Make something freaky happen tonight. Do it. Get weird. Do that thing that you're like, oh, he'll never want to do. Yeah, do it tonight. A detainee is supposedly complaining about the mosquitoes and the tents are freezing. Too bad, Mr. Illegal Alien. Yeah. The mosquitoes are so big, and the nights are freezing cold. I wish I never broke into this country. Alligator Alcatraz, send me home. Alligator Alcatraz, leave me alone. Tom Holman and your friends at ICE. I thought Alligator Alcatraz would be nice. All right, let's go. I'm being silly. Junior, got my drawers off already. Denise, use hot fudge. Yes. I will recommend this. Have you ever had cling peaches? You know how you get cling peaches in a can, and it's got that syrup. If you go cling peaches in a can, light syrup. Here's the thing: when you go like hot fudge and you go with like those sauces, it gets very sweet. Very sweet. I have found cling peaches with a light syrup, you could have a lot of fun. That's your slut month life hack. All right. I hope your moon bath goes very well tomorrow night. Get out there. Whew. And stay loud about the Epstein thing. Yeah. I will see you very soon. You're all fantastic.